because I forgot to change my import sources. It's all good. Just keep playing. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Search it. So I guess you want me to roll? I'm looking for I'm looking for some spell books that have spells that I've never tried before that I could maybe do that are kind of interesting, I guess.
Okay. Roll a search check for me.
12.
Okay, you find a book with a purple leather cover, with ornate kind of etchings into it, and it's full of all different kinds of party trick spells.
Like actual magician spells? Or like bullshit wizard trips.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Wizard cantrips.
I put that one back and pick up a random one
You're just gonna pick up a random book?
on that shelf.
Yeah. Would you roll your d10s for me?
I probably shouldn't have said random. $66.
All right. You pull the book off of the shelf, and it is a plain black cover. You open the book, and it is in bleh, words. It is written in Dwarvish.
I'm pretty sure I don't speak Dwarvish or read Dwarvish. Yeah. He puts it back and he's realizing he's just goofing off and like maybe he shouldn't like go on this route. So he goes to another shelf that's not the spell shelf and tries to pick out a plain looking book just to see what it is.
Okay. You pull off a plainly bound book. You open it up, and it is a collection of fairy tales.
He asked the guy if he could check it out.
Do you have a library card?
No.
Well, then you can't check out books if you don't have a library card.
How do I get a library card?
Well, you see here, and he pulls out this clipboard, and it's got a paper on it. It's got a little line on the bottom where you sign. Just sign this here, and I will give you your library card.
I'm so torn because Sarah, can see that this is such a bad idea. But Jack would do it.
Stay true to the character. Just sign away.
Jack glances at it briefly. He doesn't just sign it blindly, but he doesn't intricately read everything. Somewhere in between that. Does it say anything? You want me to?
It looks roll spot for me.
Okay. All right. I have a plus 14 to spot, but I only rolled 2, so 16.
Okay. You look it over. You see checking out books. You see something about fines. You glance over the last few paragraphs because it looks good. And sign your name.
Yep.
The man sitting behind the desk smiles at you very sweetly and then hands you a card that has the signature that you just put on the paper on the card already.
Jack just goes, cool.
Jack's
And
like, "Ah."
we're gonna put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Cooper,
Yes.
you go gallivanting about with Leaf. Whereabouts do you go?
What were the areas again? There's the library, there's the fucking pleasure dome. What else was there?
There's training centers. There's holds where caches are kept. There's there's the tavern. There's kind of a just a gathering hangout area where there's fountains and artwork and places to sit all around.
I imagine that they probably wandered around the gallery area, and then Cooper was like, I have a dumb idea. You're a rogue, right?
They look at you and kind of go,
You want to do something really stupid with me?
Oh man.
they sign back, well, what have you got?
Do you want to try to break into my dad's office?
Leaf just puts their hand in their face for a second and then looks up at you and signs, you really want to try and out thief your father.
Game. It's a fun game, I promise. It's a fun game. I used to do it as a kid, and I haven't done it in a while. And I'm just curious to see how good I would be at it, especially if I actually had someone who had rogue skills with me.
Leaf signs in return. Did you ever win that game as a kid?
So that's irrelevant to this moment.
Oh.
Leaf will sign back. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. Go break into my dad's office. That's what I want to go do. First, find the office. Then, find a way into the office. Then, I don't know, move a plant or something. We don't have to steal anything. I will say, Cooper's like, I will say, I never got in trouble for this. So I don't think I would now.
Well, Leaf will go. Leaf signs. Well, I know where his office is.
We are halfway there. Let's go. Lead the way.
All right. So Leaf will lead you down back to the guild hall and up 4 flights of stairs to the very top.
Before we go up the stairs, I'm gonna cast invisibility on us. I'm gonna go, wait. So I'm gonna see you and you're gonna see me, but no one else is gonna see us. And I do my invisible sphere.
All
So
right.
we're both invisible. All right, let's go.
So you head up the stairs, and at the very top of the stairs is the door to his office. You look around the frame of the door, and it is covered in sigils. The door itself looks to be made of metal, as the rest of the building is. And there is no doorknob.
Is there any are there any air ducts or vents?
Not from the stairway.
Okay. Do I recognize what these sigils are?
They look to be sigils of the old gods of Phaentos.
Can I read them?
You can try.
Okay. Fair knowledge, right?
Knowledge Arcana.
21.
Okay, so you see these as they are sigils of protection. They are made to, or they are set to keep people from trying to break in. You aren't sure what these sigils will do when you try to break in.
Stupid idea. Cooper just does that quietly to himself as he's laughing. He's like, stupid. What if, now hear me out. What if I summon a creature behind the door?
Excuse me. Ooh.
Sounded juicy.
That did not feel good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a pin in Cooper. COVID. You
Yes.
go wandering, yes?
Yes.
Which direction would you like to
Child.
wander?
East.
East? All right.
I don't know which way that's gonna take me, but east.
You wander east and find yourself traveling through several different bubbles.
Bubbles.
And wind up at the end of a line of bubbles at the training platform. There are targets set up at one side, there's dummies set up at the other. There are all kinds of weapons on stands across the platform.
I'm gonna go look at the weapons.
You walk up to the first rack of weapons, and there are all different manner of swords. There's short swords, there's great swords, there's bastard swords, there's scimitars, there's...
Every time I hear scimitar, I think minotaur, and then I think mini tartar.
My favorite author starts his first book with his modern day wizard cow tipping a minotaur.
That is fucking pimp.
Yes, Shane Silvers. If you ever get the chance to check him out, do it. He's brilliant.
But
so, yes, rack of swords.
rakish swords. That was weird. I'm gonna grab a short sword.
Okay.
It's gonna be probably my non-dominant hand since the double axe is still stuck in my hand.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna see if I can work on fighting essentially with my non-dominant hand, I guess, on a dummy, and see if anyone stops me.
Nice. So you just walk over to one of the dummies and start hacking at it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're standing there hacking away, and a dwarf with a long bushy beard struts up onto the platform. Oh, no, your form is all wrong.
Well, hello there. And I would guess it would be. This is my first time using my non-dominant hand in anything that's not punching.
So, well, then why aren't you using your dominant hand?
Because it's stuck.
It's stuck.
And then I just kind of like hold out like and just feel like it's stuck.
The dwarf looks at you confused, and that is quite unfortunate. Let's correct that form. And he starts adjusting your stance and your shoulders and your elbow, and helping you with your swing with your non-dominant hand.
Sweet. I like this dude.
Doesn't ask your name, doesn't offer his.
Don't ask his name, don't offer mine. I'm just I know better at the moment.
So Jack, you take your library card and you take your book with you. Are you going to stay at the library to read your book and decipher the journal, or are you going to go elsewhere?
I'm going to stay at the library.
Okay. You find a table to sit at and you spread your books out. You start going over the you start going over the codex that Mr. Briarbush gave you and looking through the journal, and you find that the code comes out to be directions. Simply put, an entrance point and lefts and rights.
Do I have like a spare piece of?
Yeah. You write out all of what you can decipher from the journal. You see that it takes a winding path through the tunnels of the north side of Phaentos. You manage to find a map to trace out the pattern, trace out the directions.
I'm like carefully writing it out, and I realized that since I'm not as familiar with the area, that someone else would probably be better to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe draw a map or something like that. So I just write down the directions and what I know, and then I put it aside and I start reading the fairy tale book.
Okay. You open up the fairy tale book and just sit there and read the fairy tale book.
I'm just gonna read a little bit of it. Yeah.
The first fairy tale is a story about a dwarf and his dog, his magical dog. And we will put a pin there. Cooper.
I looked this up, so I am correct on how I do it. Cooper like mildly goes over like whether or not summoning a fucking fiendish or celestial being to go on the other side of the door and tear it down is a good idea. When he remembers something, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
Halfway through sentence.
Oh, excuse me. My goodness.
Cooper smiles and says, "Wait, I have a way I can move through solid objects. While blinking, you can step through, but not see through solid objects." And we've already established before that I can take at least one person with me. So Cooper says, "I'm gonna have to grab your arm for this. Is that cool?" So Cooper grabs their arm and then blinks and runs through the door and then blinks back into the office.
So you go into the office, and sitting there at the desk is your father.
We're invisible still though, so he doesn't see us. Because that spell has not worn off. Cooper just goes,
Actually, the doorway dispelled the spell.
even better.
So you are now completely visible. And your father looks up from the book that he's reading and goes, "Ah, I wondered how long it would take you."
Okay. Well, you know what? I forgot to check to see if you were in here first, so that makes sense. That's my bad.
How are you settling in, child?
I'm fine, having fun
I see you're
with my
making
buddy
friends.
here. Yeah, we were watching fish, and then I thought it would be funny to, like, I don't know, steal one of your house plants or something. And clearly,
You look around and there's not a plant in sight.
of course, there's not.
Honestly, the only organic material you see around is the papers, the books, and the small statue carved from whalebone sitting on his desk.
What's the statue of?
The statue is of the serpent god.
Mm. Cooper looks at the statue and goes, "I hate that. I hate that right there." So I don't know if you know this.
Your father starts to look at you, concerned, and reaches out and touches the statue and goes, "Now, you don't really mean that."
It tried to kill me, so I kind of mean it.
This
I
one?
definitely. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
That one.
so yeah, I could see them trying to employ him.
Oh, I don't think it was a try thing. I think it was a did thing.
Mhm.
And then the wizard that was on our ship was supposed to do the murder part, and then she didn't. And now she's a statue that lives in her cap quarters.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, well, she got froze, and we just put her back in her room. Didn't know what else to do with it. Felt like leaving it on deck was
I mean,
rude.
you could probably find somewhere to lay it to or set it to rest.
Yeah, could do that. Could do that. That's a fair point. I don't think we thought that far ahead. To be honest, I'm pretty sure it was Jack's idea to put it in her room, just so it wasn't sitting out on deck.
I see. Well,
It's also a very heavy statue. Not like a fat joke way, just it's stone.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, since you're here, can I ask a favor of you?"
That's a questionable tone, but we'll nod along for a moment.
I have reason to believe there is someone here who isn't supposed to be. Someone who,
Is he saying this in front of Leaf still?
no. Leaf is very very trustworthy and very loyal. But I have reason to believe there may be a mole in my guild. And if the two of you could sniff this mole out so that they can be dealt with, would be very helpful.
Do you have any guidelines for how you want this done?
I just want a name.
Okay. How popular am I here? Not very, I'm hoping.
None of them know your face.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Cooper looks at Leaf and is like, you game?
Leaf just shrugs.
Leaf is just like, I have nothing else going on. I was reading a book. This is entertaining. Word, let's go. And then Cooper's like, I have no clue how we're going to do this, but let's go. How do I get out of here without burning another spell slot?
Words. Mr. Briarbush picks up the bow to his violin and waves it at the door, and it swings open.
Cooper just like stares at it for a second and is like, okay, and then starts heading out. Like a whiz bard, right? Like he says to Leaf, he's got to be multi-classed, right? He's got to be like a wizard and a bard, right? That's the only thing that makes sense.
Leaf signs back. He's something.
Let's go harass people.
Nicole, what you missed is they have to find a mole in the guild.
So COVID. You train for a while, and the dwarf eventually returns to where he came from. Do you want to check anything else out in the training area?
Mute.
There is no audio.
Use muted, girl.
I do things.
There we go.
I'm just gonna keep practicing and.
Do you want to check out any of the other weapons? Do you want to search anything in the room? Do you want to go to a different room?
I'll look around the room.
Yeah.
See what other types of dummies or like what other things you can train against or train with.
You're gonna go inspect the dummies?
Yes.
Would you roll search for me?
It would help if I reopened my my character sheet, right?
Usually, yeah.
Search. So 23.
So you come to the middle dummy, and you are rubbing your hand across its back, and you happen to press a panel in, and when you pull your hand away, the panel swings open.
Ooh.
you look inside, and there is a collection of jewels and coins and a necklace that has a single black pearl.
Can I put on the necklace?
Sure.
God damn it.
Coming.
You put on the necklace. It looks lovely.
I just like necklaces. What can I say? COVID's a sucker for necklaces.
Is insight on y'all's character sheet?
Yeah.
It's not in skills, and it's not in
Okay.
anywhere I can see.
Would that be like a saving throw? Is that what you mean?
No.
It's
As
a
a skill.
skill
Yeah.
Oh,
in
skill,
5,
Yeah.
but it's not
Yeah.
in 3.5.
I'm still getting the 5 and 3.5 rules mixed up in my head now.
We're at
be-
5 3.5. It's all good.
Yeah.
Would it be like sense motive or like decipher?
I think Decipher would be the closest, but
Yeah, would you roll Decipher for me and we'll call that good?
four.
Okay then.
It's
You put the necklace
intelligence.
on.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah. You do anything else with the gems and the coins?
I'll stick them in my pocket and then
Okay.
just kind of keep walking around.
Meanwhile, Melvin's now having to fight with your new demon buddy that you just acquired. Keep his fucking grasp on you.
Thinking about demon buddies, I'm gonna ask Melvin how he's feeling about the situation.
Melvin. Melvin. You kind of feel him stretching in your head, waking up. This place is nice. I like this place.
Why do you like this place?
Well, these are my kind of people.
Thieves and killers?
Of course.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Checks out.
It's a lot better than that library.
What was wrong with the library?
It had that really, really rude guy in the register.
He didn't seem that rude. Oh shit. He just seemed like he didn't want to share.
How rude.
It's your things you don't have to share.
I guess.
Consent is key. I say as I have a demon living in my head essentially without consent. But so all I've seen is really this training thing. But supposedly there's other places, so I'm gonna go continue walking around. But let me know if you see anything or you spot anything out of my eyes that I miss.
Will do.
Because this is your people and you're gonna understand it better than I do.
All right. So you go walking about again, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You wander around and you find yourself at a building that is in the shape of an octagon on a very large platform. You inside you hear a lot of noise.
MMA fights, let's go. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Jesus. Y'all need Jesus.
You walk in, and wouldn't you know it, there's a fucking arena. It's not MMA though. This is the pits. This is dirty, bare knuckle, no rules, grueling fighting to near death. You walk in and you see a bloody scene taking place in the middle of this building, and there are people all around watching. Two men are struggling it out with their bare hands. One has the other with his arms behind his back, and you hear a snap as his shoulder dislocates.
I know what that sounds like, and my brain's just like, I don't want it.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. COVID's gonna be all into it though.
Right.
My body is just like, haha, I have
Yep.
these memories and I do not like them. Do I see people like standing around the outside or?
Yeah, they're all standing around in kind of the building is built in what's the name for that?
Like a coliseum type thing where the
Yeah.
pit's lowered.
Yep. And there are people all around.
I'm just gonna sit down and watch the fight and try to figure out what's exactly going on.
All right, we're gonna put a pin in that. Go back to Jack. So you collect all of the things that you've deciphered from the journal. Collect all of your books. What are you doing now?
I am actually, because Jack was just picking up the fairy tale book on a whim, and he decided that he didn't want to read the rest of it, so he puts it back.
Okay, so you didn't check it out?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And he makes sure that the directions and stuff is like super secure. I don't
Mhm.
know how he would do that on his person, but like he also is trying to make sure that the guy didn't necessarily see what he was doing. I don't know if he was super close to the guy while he was doing all that, but
Nah, you were over at your table and he was just at the front desk.
okay. Yeah, so he puts the book back and not like, you know how like you just like browse in the library and you're just looking at a book and you're like, I don't really want to check this out, so you just put it back.
Mhm.
You know. And so he wants to explore more and maybe find an area to hang out and people watch.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the tavern? Do you want to go up to the gathering area with the artwork and news? Do you want to go off where COVID's going? You kind of see COVID walking into the arena.
To a
wanna go-
battle arena?
Yeah.
COVID. Sorry, I was catching up. Go ahead.
He wants to just chill, so he's gonna go in the gathering area with the art and stuff.
Gotcha. You walk over to the bubble that has the gathering area on it. You walk up and you see three people sitting on a couch next to a statue of a mermaid. And they all appear to be passing around a pipe.
Sweet. Jack walks over and is like, "Hey, can I join you guys?"
They all look around at each other and nod at you, and they pass the pipe to you. So
Cool.
What's your name? You're new around here.
Yeah, I'm Jack. I
Jack.
Yeah, came here with some people. We're like hiding out for a bit, and then we're gonna go find someone and stuff like that. He's being kind of vague.
Mm-hmm. The guy who spoke up is, my name's Tony. This is John and Heather and Lace.
Nice to meet you all. What are you guys doing here? Are you just chilling?
We're hanging out between jobs.
I didn't even know this place existed until yesterday.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Anyway, so this statue's pretty cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. The artist is a genius.
He passes the pipe.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Put a pin in Jack smoking in the art gallery. Cooper. Where do you go?
They're heading out of the office back down like the stairs. Cooper looks and is like, "What's the likelihood my dad just said that to keep me busy for a while?"
What
do you
think? Leaf looks over at you and just
I have a feeling that there is no mole, and this is busy work, so that I will leave him alone.
That's funny.
Judging by the mysterious laugh I hear from a floating voice, I'm gonna say I'm probably right. We'll pretend for a minute. I'm probably gonna get bored of this. Let's head toward. Where do, if you were a smole and you were hiding somewhere here to stay down low, but also get the most information, where do you think you would go?
Leaf will sign back hide in plain sight.
Well, that's a non-answer. Where do most people hang out?
Leaf will sign back. Well, a lot of people spend a lot of time at the arena. There's a lot of gambling there.
This is true. All right, let's head to the arena.
Alright.
Nothing. Yeah, no, I don't have anything. Go. Yeah. Go. No, you. 1 second.
Alright. Bye.
Let's head towards the arena then.
Everyone's going to the arena.
Let's go make some bets and people watch.
So you head down to the arena. Now, COVID, when you go into the arena and you go and sit down in your seat, you sit and watch for a moment, and then a large man approaches you. He goes, "Hey, do you want to watch? You gotta fight.
Okay.
Okay.
He goes, all right, I'll put you on the roster.
Sounds
What's
good.
your name?
COVID.
COVID. Be ready when they call you up.
Sounds good.
Who's gonna die first, Jack or COVID? That is my question.
And the man walks away. Cooper, you arrive with Leaf at the arena. You walk in and you see the man walking away from COVID.
Oh, there's my buddy. And I head over to COVID, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing? How's your day going?"
It's going well. Just had fun training and now I'm here. Gonna fight.
Oh, you're going to fight.
I guess so. Guess that's the entry fee to sitting here and watching.
Oh, if we want to watch, we have to fight. And then
Supposedly.
Cooper looks to Leaf and is like, "Is that legit?"
Leaf nods.
And Cooper's like, "I am not a fighter. I'm very much not a fighter. Just not good at it. I don't own any weapons, as you can. Well, actually, right now I have 2 weapons. This is deceitful. I don't fight. This is the one who fights. I bluff, or I make sure he's good at fighting, and then I stand back. So we can't hang out here. Then I'm not. I can't fight. Like Cooper's instantly anxious. Like no fighting, please. COVID. I wish you luck. I actually would like to place bets on you because I feel them cheat.
That's his life. That's his life.
I have 27 gold, and I think I could double it pretty quickly. What's the spread, huh? What are we doing? What's the spread? Can I gamble, or do I have to fight to gamble too? Like, looking at Leaf, like this isn't gonna work.
Most of the bookies hang out outside.
All right. So, do you want to fight?
Leaf just shrugs.
So non-committal you are. I feel. Okay, yeah, I'll save the big one for later, just in case. Cooper pats you on the shoulder and goes, "You've got this, buddy. You are literally a murder tornado, and you can always win. And I'm gonna give you Inspire Courage, which gives you +2 to attack and damage, and +2 against fear." And then Cooper's gonna go, "Now let's go talk to some bookies."
All right.
I'm not being tricked into a fight. No, sir. No, thank you.
COVID.
Yeah.
As you're sitting there, Cooper leaves. You see someone giving you the stink eye from across the room.
Interesting. It's probably because of the necklace I'm wearing, isn't it? I forgot about the necklace for a moment.
In your pocket.
Well, technically now they're specifically stolen.
You found it.
It's like you found somebody's secret cache.
I mean, it's not my fault if they leave it out where anyone can go.
They probably weren't expecting anyone to fill up the dummies.
Probably not.
Oh,
Just
A lot of
surprised it
folks
wasn't
don't.
Jack.
yeah, right.
I didn't make it that far.
Nah. Jack's just an average guy. Average horniness.
Jack is Ted Mosby.
Yes.
Flirts
that
with
mean he's the
everything,
villain
might
of
hit
his
it
own
off with
story?
one.
Does that mean he's the villain of his own story?
Barely? No.
um, so Jack, can I get you to roll Constitution? No, not Constitution. Fortitude.
Yep.
How are you?
Nat 20.
Nice.
I
So you get high as balls, but you're still like functional.
Okay.
This stuff is a whole other level.
Can I like while I'm getting high and stuff, am I like talking to them, like figuring out who they are and that kind of thing?
Yeah, you talk to them for a little while and come to find out that they are a group who thieves together. They do big jobs. They do a lot of undercover disguises and blending into the place that they are trying to rob instead of breaking in.
I think he does one of those like things where he's like, well, I'm gonna go find my friends. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for sharing the pipe, man. You guys were awesome.
I
don't know where
watched that
went.
just happen.
Yeah. Like the noises just came out of you. Your
like in an
expression-
anime where you just start to see it like sputter off.
Yeah.
Sometimes my brain likes to have a party without me.
Un fiesta en mis pantalones con mi gato.
Okay.
Where were we?
So I'm getting up and leaving the peace pipe circle, and
Okay. Which direction are you headed?
I'm gonna head towards the arena, even though I don't necessarily know it's an arena. I'm gonna head towards that way.
So you head that way. You start to hear the cheering from the arena, and you actually hear COVID's name called over the intercom.
Jack is like, "What?" And he like runs in, and not like dramatically, but just like, and like
Before you run in, you run past Cooper, who you see making bets on COVID.
I don't know if I'll do that or not.
You run in the door and you are stopped by the thud of a large hand on your chest. And it says, if you want to watch, you gotta fight.
What? My down there fighting, I think.
If you want to watch, you gotta fight.
But how will I know if he's okay?
What's your name?
He starts backing up.
And that is where we're gonna leave our cliffhanger for the night.
All right.
Right before
Yeah,
COVID's big fight.
Jack fighting would be hilarious. He's super high.
Jack would die.
I love how Cooper and Jack were like, no.
Jack likes to fight whenever he feels like it's like the right thing to do, or he's like accomplishing something. But
Jack doesn't fight for fun.
no,
It's like, yeah.
It's like, for y'all, violence isn't the answer, it's the question.
Just realized Cooper is still wearing the captain's jacket. He'll probably take that off. Probably an inappropriate place to just be wearing that.
I mean, it's very obviously stolen. It doesn't fit you properly.
When I cast it mending, did I not hem it?
When you cast mending, it returns it to its original state, yes?
I don't know.
So you probably have to have it altered to fit you, which I'm sure you could find somebody to do around here.
mm-hmm.
Probably gonna be my next to-do thing.
Mm-hmm. It's like
Oh my God.
there's shops, there's
It's gonna be
this
fun to
place
explore.
almost looks like an entire town in and of itself.
I wonder who COVID's gonna face in the arena. Ooh.
I put 27 gold on COVID winning. Because that's all the gold I have. And I just know he will. I don't know what the odds are, but I would like to double my money.
They give you 3-1 odds.
Yes. Cooper also has told Leaf, no, bet on him to win.
Leaf will put 50 gold down.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
High roller.
Poor Leaf is like, this guy is interesting. I'm just gonna let him lead me everywhere.
Cooper, you notice that Leaf has a very heavy coin purse.
Cooper is instantly reminded of how he used to always have a heavy coin.
Oh.
Ask my dad for more money.
You should.
I know we didn't, it was a lot of roleplay tonight. A split party roleplay.
Yeah.
We're really good at splitting the party.
You really are.
It's like one of her favorite things to do.
I like it how one of like the biggest things is always don't split the party, and then we're just like, ha, fuck you, split the party evenly.
It's like a fun thing to explore, so.
Basically, the gist of this campaign is, oh, I'm not supposed to do that? Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Oh look, we have a very open window where we could leave right now. Let's see what happens.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
How many times have we literally just been like, we're gonna wait a minute and then we're gonna kill everyone?
More than once, that's for sure.
Remember that time that I had a guy's head on a pike and Alex wouldn't let me keep it?
Yeah. You were like a psychopath, man. You're like, I don't know if you killed him personally, but like, dude, you were like animating it to like, that was so fun.
Puppeteer it. And he said no. I thought it was very clever.
That's like some like really messed up stuff.
We meet a necromancer, we are going to see Cooper swoon for the first time because we've already established that he's very into that, apparently.
Well, I mean, Captain Phillip is trying to become a lich.
Exactly. Which is part of the problem. So did Jack finish finding the thing in the book,
Oh,
in the journal?
I
Or did you
have
just start?
I have north side tunnels, and I have a series of left and right directions. But I didn't draw a map because I don't really know the area too much. So I was gonna have someone else draw the map.
Everybody take 1,000 XP for roleplay today.
Yay!
Nicole, did you level up again?
No.
It's gonna be a little while.
We're at like 17, right? Right, Sarah?
What? 17?
We're 17,000?
Oh, I rarely keep accurate track of that, so sorry.
One of us has to.
I don't know.
Okay, so Jack started working on the map.
Not what I wanted.
Did I guess